Hey guys, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel. It's widely recognized that a growing number of animal species are at serious risk of extinction. Ruthless human expansion, hunting, the destruction of natural habitats, climate change, and other factors are contributing to a species loss rate that's 1,000 times greater than the natural background rate. It is a severe issue. We get that. But there are occasions when extinction is good for certain race of species, like ours. So here are 10 deadly animals you'll be glad to know are extinct. Number 1. Deinosuchus, aka Terrible Crocodile. Ever heard of the mega crocodile that took on T-Rexes and actually won? Yep, it's called Deinosuchus, which basically translates to Terrible Crocodile. And let me tell you, these creatures totally lived up to the name. They left their literal mark on fossils of T-Rexes and other intimidating dinosaurs. Deinosuchus could reach an impressive length of up to 35 feet. And can you guess where they inhabited? None other than North America. The very same places where people nowadays get all excited about crocs a quarter of their size. Number 2. Dunkleosteus. Next up is Dunkleosteus, a monster fish that could crunch through bone like it was no big deal. This heavy-duty armored fish ruled the waters 360 million years ago. It was like the ultimate aquatic warrior, growing over 30 feet long. You can imagine a beak-like mouth designed to chew through armor. Yeah, that was what sheer strength looked like. This fish might have been a cannibal or just really territorial. And get this, its jaw action was so lightning fast, it could open and snap shut in a blink. Number 3. Pentacopterus decorrensis, a colossal water scorpion also known by the name sea scorpion. It's a creature that was chilling in what's now Iowa about a mind-blowing 460 million years ago. This ancient swimmer was doing its thing way before dinosaurs even existed. And guess what? The legacy of this incredible critter is still alive and kicking today. You can spot hints of its awesomeness in modern creatures like ticks, spiders, and lobsters. Talk about leaving a lasting impression, right? Number 4. Gigantopithecus. Let's move our attention toward Gigantopithecus, the ultimate ancient ape that roamed across Asia for a long time, 9 million to 100,000 years back. We're talking about a colossal creature here, folks. This ape was like the heavyweight champion, standing up to a whopping 10 feet tall and tipping the scales at around 1,200 pounds. That's like having a giant ape friend towering over you. Now, the way Gigantopithecus got around is still a bit of a debate. Some say it strutted on all fours, mimicking the moves of today's gorillas and chimpanzees. At the same time, others state that this big buddy might have actually walked on 2 legs, just like us humans. But here's where it gets interesting. This ape's teeth and jaws spilled some secrets. They were like clues telling us that Gigantopithecus was built to handle some seriously tough, fibrous grub. Think of it as the ultimate chewing machine, designed to slice, crush, and grind down its hearty meals. This ancient ape wasn't messing around when it came to chowing down. Number 5. Next on our list is Phoboramus pattersoni. You know those rodents you've seen in the movies that give you the creeps? Well, hold your hats, because the real deal might just top that. Scientists went digging through ancient remains of guinea pig's cousin from South America. And let me tell you, these creatures were no joke. They were practically the bison of the rodent world. That's precisely why they got the quirky name of ratzillas. These guys were seriously massive. Fossil records spill the beans that these rodents were stretching out to a humongous 10 feet in length, with an extra 5 feet tacked on in the form of their tail. And here's the wild bit. Even though these rodents were all about that herbivore life, they were packing some serious dental hardware. We're talking about foot-long incisors. Imagine the kind of bite those chompers could deliver. That's one intense nibble you wouldn't want to experience firsthand. Number 6. Meganeura. It was like the heavyweight champ of insects, possibly the biggest one ever to grace the planet. This insect behemoth rocked a pair of giant wings that let it zip through tropical forests like a pro. And those huge eyes? Well, they were like built-in prey detectors, helping Meganeura spot its next meal from a mile away. When it came to dining, Meganeura wasn't messing around. It had a knack for snatching other flying bugs right out of the air. It would swoop in, grab them with its legs, and chow down while still in flight. The wingspan of this bad boy measured around 2.5 feet, which is like 12 times bigger than today's dragonflies. And what did it snack on? It had a taste for its fellow insects. So with these critters soaring around, you'd probably think twice before stepping out, right? If one of these invaders made it indoors, you might need more than just a broom to shoo them away. A cricket bat might do the trick. Number 7. Harpagornis mori, aka Haas seagull. Harpagornis mori stands on number 7 on our list. This wasn't one typical eagle. It was a 30-pound raptor relative that had an appetite for something a bit different. Children. Yeah, you heard it right. Now here's the science behind the terror. When creatures find themselves in spots with limited competition, like certain islands, they sometimes go through a growth spurt called island gigantism. That's exactly what happened with our mega eagle friend. They set their sights on the South Island of New Zealand and wreaked havoc. Its main munchies were these flightless, scrumptious birds called moa. However, when the Maori people started thinning out the moa population around 1400, our mega eagle decided to feast on children. That's what the local legends say, that this bird of prey had a thing for snatching up children for a quick snack. Now don't fret too much. The era of the mega eagle eventually came to an end. But let's just say its memory still lingers. Number 8. Megalodon, aka Big Tooth. Megalodon was like the ultimate big-tooth predator that roamed the oceans. We're talking about a shark that was so colossal, it's basically a record holder for being one of the largest predators ever. It stretched between 15 to 18 meters long. That's 3 times the size of the biggest great white shark ever seen. While considered a top-tier predator, Megalodon is only known from the bits and pieces of its remains, so its exact look and maximum size still remain a mystery. Fossil records also show that the creature was all over the place, a cosmopolitan distribution. And when it came to dinner time, this big fella wasn't snacking on tiny fish. It had a taste for whales, seals, and even giant sea turtles. With Megalodon still ruling the waves, a simple trip to the sea wouldn't be the casual affair it is today. You'd think twice before venturing deep. Number 9. Titanoboa cerugionensis. Let's take a trip back in time to Colombia about 58 to 60 million years ago. That's when Titanoboa cerugionensis ruled the scene. Now we're talking about a creature that preyed on crocodiles. This massive snake was like the ultimate predator, reaching jaw-dropping sizes. It could stretch to a staggering 13 meters long and weigh over 1,100 kilograms. Its body was so thick that it could match up to a man's waist. Titanoboa was all about stealth, just like its modern-day cousins, the anacondas. It would lay low beneath the surface of lakes or rivers, waiting patiently for any unsuspecting prey to venture close. Once a meal was in sight, it was game on. The snake would swiftly strike, nabbing its prey and pulling it underwater. So if you were around back then or the other way around, you'd think twice before leisurely swimming in such waters. The Titanoboa was the boss of the river, and you wouldn't want to mess with a snake that could easily match your waistline. Number 10. Carbonimus. We're wrapping up our journey on Carbonimus, a colossal turtle that once roamed the earth about 60 million years ago. These tough guys outlived the dinos and stuck around for a long time. Talking about the size, the fossils dug up in Colombia spilled the beans. This turtle was no joke when it came to shell size. We're talking about 6 feet. And Carbonimus wasn't just about being tough on the outside. It had a carnivorous appetite. And those jaws, absolute powerhouses. They were strong enough to munch on some seriously large meals. Think about it. We're talking about a turtle that could take down crocs. That's it from our side, folks. We hope you enjoyed learning about these interesting animals that roam this planet of ours. Make sure to comment below and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.